Hi guys, welcome to my tutorial. Today's tutorial is going to be based on Valentine's Day. I already did one eye. I have no foundation on. I'm going to take you step by step and show you what my routine was. Okay, so just to show you a little bit of what I did a little bit of a purple with a pinky hue and a darker color underneath. I don't know if you can see well, but hopefully you can. My lighting is a little bit bad over here. So let's get started. I already have my eye primed and set. So I'm gonna go in with my pencil brush. And I believe this is a 219. It looks like this. And I'm gonna go in with all the glitters. And I am going to add that inside my tear duct and inner corner of my eye, underneath, into the bottom, just to give it a little bit of a highlight. You see that? Now I'm going to go in with Digit. Digit is a purpley color. It does have a little bit of a shimmer, but very, very little. It's more of a matte, but with a little bit of a frost in it. Very pretty light purple, and that's gonna go on my lid. So I'm gonna pack that color on, and I'm using a 239. Basically, you just wanna do like a half moon shape and pack that color on so that way you can get the most color by packing it. I'm just gonna keep going back in and adding more until I get the color that I want. Blending it in with the inner color that I just applied, which was all the glitters. And you can already see that color. Now I'm gonna go in with a 224 blending brush and the eyeshadow quarry, if I said that right, and it looks like this, and that is going to be my transition color. I'm going to go in and just add that in my crease, and in circular motion blend that out, adding depth into my crease and blending into Digit. And you can already see a little bit of it forming. And we're going to continue blending until it completely blends out. Okay, so now we're going to go in with my corner shadow that I'm going to blend out, and it's called Passionate, and it looks like this. It is a pink matte, and on this one I am using a tapered blending brush by Sigma. I also use 217s as well. It's my favorite brush to do corners and blending out my outer V. This one's called E35 and it's by Sigma. Good brush. So I'm going to go into the corner and just apply this pink lightly and blend it in circular motions, but just stay low underneath my crease and right on top of Digit on the corner. And I'm going to start blending it upwards, forming my V, and downwards, basically doing a sideways V. I'm going to extend that V into the crease. And the reason I keep turning my head is because I'm trying to make sure that they're both even on both sides. Bring it into the crease again. Make sure you blend it out very well. And you guys can see. Now I'm going to go in back with my pencil brush, the 219, and apply the same pink Passionate underneath my lower lash line and blend that out. Connecting it with all the glitters that I had put on my inner corner earlier. Basically like this. Okay, so now I'm going in with a 214 brush. I like this to do cut creases, also to smudge underneath the eye as well, right on top of that pink. I don't like using another pencil brush right underneath it because it's going to be too thick, and since this one's a little bit thinner, I can apply a darker line right on top of that pink and blend it out pretty well. And I'm going to go in with a darker purple. This one's Nocturnal by MAC also, and it looks like this. And I'm just gonna grab some, and I'm gonna go in underneath and just darken that out right there. Make sure that they're both even. And just like that. Okay, so lastly I'm gonna go in with my highlighter for underneath my brow, and I'm going taking the Naked palette. I'm going in with Virgin. Any fluffy brush will do just fine. And I'm going right underneath and applying that, just packing it on really quick. And now I'm gonna buff it out. Right underneath my brow. And blend it out with my crease color. Just like that. Okay, so next we're gonna do liner. Okay, so I'm taking my black cold pencil. This one is Smolder by MAC, and I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna tide line my my eye, which is bottom and top waterline. And I already lined the bottom with black chalk just because I like to have a base when I'm using Smolder, since it smudges, so that my eyeliner will last longer. So I'm just gonna literally take it in the corner, close my eye, and just literally do both top and bottom. I just gave myself a little dot. And I'm gonna take it, and I like to bring it in just a little in the corner so that way it extends your eye just a little. Now I'm just gonna clean up this little mess that I did with the liner. Okay, so I fixed that. Now we're gonna go in with eyelash primer, Prep and Prime by MAC, and we're gonna give your eye a good coat of that primer. And basically you wanna wiggle and get each lash saturated in this. This has nylon fibers which attaches to the tips of your lashes and coats them, so it actually extends and makes it look fuller and longer. So I already applied my primer as I showed you, and applied my mascara. I used Studio Fix Bold Black mascara, and no fake lashes today, just keeping it natural with my lashes. That's why I used the primer, because I wanted it to be a little bit fuller and longer. So I already primed my face. I used Prep and Prime Moisture Infused by MAC and moisturized with Comfort Cream, also by MAC. My skin is very, very dry, so that is why I make sure that I moisturize really good, and I use a good primer that's going to help my makeup last long and keep me hydrated throughout the day as well. So I am going to be using Face and Body N5, and I am using a 130 brush just to stipple it all over my face, and I have it on the back of my hand. And I'm just going to stipple it everywhere that I need it. And then we're going to buff all that out. Make sure you get everything covered. Okay, so I stippled it. I'm going to go in with my big flat top kabuki, and I'm going to buff everything out. And we're going to work all of this into the skin. Make sure you get in every corner. Blend it out very well. You always know that I always emphasize blending. It's such a big key to flawless finish. And just make sure that when you're buffing in circular motion. Continue. Okay, so now we're going in with the concealer. I am using NW25 Pro Longwear Concealer, and applying it in a V shape underneath the eye. I love, love, love this concealer just because it gives me enough coverage and it has a matte finish to it, and the name pretty much says it all. It's Pro Longwear, so it will last you throughout the day, covering those dark circles because I do have some dark circles. And I'm just gonna work it out and buff it out with my flat top kabuki again. Make sure it's well blended into the foundation that you applied. Now I like to apply my concealer after my foundation because I feel like I get better coverage when I apply it underneath. I feel like I'm just moving it around, so it defeats the purpose of having a concealer. Okay. So now we're gonna go in and we're gonna set our foundation, and I am using a translucent powder today just because I'm going for more of a matte finish, and this is going to keep everything from moving. It's also really thin and fine. This is the MAC Prep and Prime translucent powder. Because of its thin fineness, it actually prevents anything from creasing underneath the eye. Sometimes when you're using something that's a little bit thicker, like a heavier powder, it's going to crease and look cakey underneath the eye. So when you're setting, you can use your regular powder all over your face, but keep in mind with what you're setting underneath your eye, if you need it at all, just because we need the most moisture underneath, since that's the thinnest skin underneath your eye. And I'm just working this powder all over, making sure I'm well set. And yes, my hair looks a little crazy. I actually pinned it up prior to doing this, so that way you can see the finished look when I'm done. Now we're gonna go in with blush, a little bit of bronzer, and a highlighter. Okay, so this is the final look. My hair full of volume. I basically took a Marcel curling iron. It's 1.5 inches, and I curled my hair in sections. I pinned it up as I was curling each curl, and then I let it sit in for about an hour since I was doing my makeup. And basically this is the look that it gives you, just a lot of volume and shine. I'm obsessed with volume. So I just want to start off by telling everybody wishing everybody a happy Valentine's Day. I am so happy to be able to share these looks for you guys so that you guys could look fabulous on that day, and hopefully this works out for somebody. Let me know if you do redo this look. Comment below, or tag me on Instagram at RoxyC0718 and let me know if you guys enjoy this. Another thing is, if you guys have any requests, I know I'm a little slow. I do have a couple requests lined up, but if you do have any, just feel free to comment. I'm more than happy to do it for you guys. I love the feedback, and I love being able to do things for you guys and share, and that way you guys learn. And another thing is that I want to talk a little bit about my little personal life, since I really don't bond over my videos. This year is my second year that I don't spend Valentine's Day with my husband. He is in the military and he's currently deployed. He'll be home in a couple months, but I want to just tell people how that, like, you guys need to really appreciate your time with your loved ones and don't take advantage of it, because moments like this, when I see that I am not able to spend it with him and all he's doing is working and missing holidays with his family, it just, you know, shows you how to appreciate those little things and appreciate time spent, because you just never know what can happen. So on Valentine's Day, make sure you give your loved one a hug and a kiss and tell them how much you care about them and how much you appreciate them. And it shouldn't only be on Valentine's Day, but just if you don't do it, make sure you do on that day and make them feel special, because you just never know. And I want to wish my husband a happy Valentine's Day from miles away. If you do see this video, baby, I love you, and thank you for being my #1 support. And that's basically it. So this is the final look for my Valentine's Day inspired look. And just to give you a close-up, it is very simple and easy to do, so hopefully you guys can redo this look. And don't be afraid to throw on a red lip with this. This eye is so neutral, so you'll be able to use red, pink, purple, you name it. You can do whatever look you want. I wanted to go soft, so that's it. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to comment, like below, and subscribe.